Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Sandeep Walia, Head of the Department, University Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management, Chandigarh University. Today we are going to discuss the module Career Prospects in Airline Cabin Staff, Eligibilities and Qualities Required as per DGCA under the paper Aviation Industry, Ticketing and Frontier Formalities. Dear students, after completing this module, you will be able to understand about the various career opportunities in airline cabin crew. You will also understand the roles and responsibilities of the cabin crew. You will learn about the qualifications and other requisites as prescribed by the Director General of Civil Aviation. Dear students, airlines being a part of the service industry are service-centric and manpower intensive in nature. Airlines require and employ skilled and semi-skilled manpower to deliver services both on the ground and on board. The number of staff on board a commercial airline depends upon the various factors such as the duration of the flight, type of the aircraft, and whether it is a domestic or an international flight, etc. The members of staff on board an aircraft comprises of various positions on the flight, deck and cabin. The primary responsibility of the on-board staff is to ensure the safety and comfort of the passengers on board. The role of staff on board is an important one because they represent the airline and are the face of the airline. They can be considered as the brand ambassadors of the services an airline provides. Therefore, the on-board airline staff is expected to be friendly, approachable, enthusiastic, and well-groomed. By nature, the job of an on-board staff can be demanding, where they can encounter unexpected situations. Therefore, this presents the need for basic qualification and intensive training for the on-board staff. In this module, we shall focus on requirements, qualification and responsibilities of on-board staff for both flight deck and for the cabin crew. Let us now discuss about the career prospects for on-board staff in commercial airlines. The staff on board an aircraft can be broadly divided into two categories. First category is that of the flight deck crew and the second is the cabin crew. Each of these crew categories has their own respective unique roles and are expected to perform duties that are defined in nature. Let us take a look at various on-board crew positions available in the commercial airlines. Flight deck positions. The first one is the captain or pilot in command of the aircraft is referred to as the captain. Captain is the highest ranking officer among the crew. Then the next one is the first officer. First officer is also known as the co-pilot. All commercial airlines have two designated pilots. First officer is seated next to the captain in the cockpit and assists the captain in aircraft operations. Then there is next relief crew members. Relief crew members are fully licensed and trained captains and first officers who accompany the deck crew during the flight in case of long-haul flights. Their responsibility is the relief pilots are to relieve the captain and first officer in case they are in need of rest or sleep. Then the next one is the cabin crew. In cabin crew, the first one is purser. Purser is the chief of cabin crew who heads or leads the cabin, all the other flight attendants or service staff on board. Flight attendant. Flight attendants are also known as the cabin crew who is responsible for the safety and comfort of the passengers on board. Then there is a flight medic. Flight medics are specialized paramedics who are employed in air ambulance flights. Dear students, let us now discuss about the roles, responsibilities and required qualifications for a pilot. A pilot is a person who controls the flight of an aircraft and is responsible for navigating the aircraft towards its scheduled destination. Pilots are also sometimes referred to as aviators. The general roles and responsibilities of a pilot has been listed as under. Job description of commercial airline pilot. As a pre-flight operation, a pilot is responsible to examine the engines, controls, instruments and other systems and ensure that they are in good and functional condition for entire duration of the flight. A pilot checks the baggage hold area and ensure that the luggage has been loaded and fastening correctly. He selects the prescribed routes to the destination, altitudes and speeds in order to ensure a fast, safe and smooth flight throughout the journey. He considers the altitudes of both originating and destination airports, outside temperatures, aircraft weight and wind speeds and directions in order to calculate the speed needed to become airborne. A pilot contacts control towers of the departing airport for takeoff clearances, destination airports control towers for arrival instructions and other information using radio equipment of the aircraft. A pilot's job also includes filing aircraft's flight plans with air traffic control so that flights can be coordinated with one other air traffic in the route. He has to constantly checking the aircraft's performance throughout the flight. In case of any minor technical snags, perform aircraft maintenance and repair work or arrange for major maintenance. A pilot's responsibility also includes recording specified information in flight records such as flight times, altitudes flown and fuel consumption, etc. A pilot is also responsible for supervising the other onboard crew members. A pilot also has the responsibility to cooperate and work within the cabin crew in case of any emergencies and evacuations. Let us now take on the qualifications for a commercial airline pilot as per Directorate General of Civil Aviation. Directorate General of Civil Aviation in India has prescribed some guidelines for airlines in India with regard to requirements and qualifications for recruiting pilots. These guidelines pertain to personal as well as technical requirements in a pilot. A pilot in India can begin commercial flying only after obtaining a pilot license. An aspiring pilot can obtain training and flying license from A&T of the 29 DGCA approved flying training organizations located in the various parts of India. Other requirements and qualifications specified by Directorate General of Civil Aviation are as under. About age. A pilot's age should not less than 18 years of age on the date of application. The second is the educational qualification. An applicant must have passed class 10+2 or an equivalent examination with physics and mathematics from recognized board or a university with a minimum of 50% of percentage of marks. Medical fitness. The applicant must produce medical and physical fitness certificate on a prescribed proforma from an approved medical board after undergoing a medical examination. The applicant must obtain the compliance with the requirements as notified by the Directorate General under 39B. The next one is the knowledge. The applying pilot must pass a written examination in air regulations, air navigation, meteorology and aircraft and engine and signals, which will be a practical examination, for interpretation of oral and visual signals as per the syllabus prescribed by the Director General of Civil Aviation. Then it comes on experience. Applicant pilot must produce evidence for having completed at least 200 hours of flying time within 5 years of having satisfactorily completed as a pilot of an airplane. Then flying training. A pilot must have completed the flying training in accordance with the syllabus prescribed by the Director General of Civil Aviation. Other requirements. An applicant pilot must be in possession of a current flight radio telephone operator's license for operation of radio telephone apparatus on board an aircraft issued by the Director General. Other skills. A pilot must have demonstrated his or her competency to perform the procedures and maneuvers prescribed in the syllabus to the satisfaction of an examiner, such as general flying test by day and night departure and landing skills and other specified by the Director General of Civil Aviation. On successfully meeting the above listed criteria, the pilot is granted the commercial flying license for specified period of time by the Director General of Civil Aviation. The period of validity commences from the date of issue or renewal of the license. On completion of such validity, the pilot must apply for renewing of the license. Let us now discuss about the roles, responsibilities and required qualifications for a cabin crew. Cabin crew in India are also referred to as flight attendants, air hostesses in case of female pursers and flight stewards in case of male pursers. The most important duty of cabin crew is to ensure passengers' safety and comfort. Let us now take on the job descriptions of commercial airline cabin crew. The role of cabin crew is unique as they have two distinct responsibilities on board an aircraft as per the Director General of Civil Aviation. The most important responsibility of cabin crew concerns the safety of passengers and the aircraft cabin. This is a major responsibility and requires that they undergo specialized and thorough training not only to gain a sound knowledge of their safety related responsibilities but also to instill them complete confidence and provide them with the authority needed in performing their duties. The second and most visible duty of cabin crew is the role they play as their airline's public relations officers, attending to passengers' need and in general creating a favorable impression of their airline through friendly and efficient service. The other roles and responsibilities of a cabin crew is described as below. Every cabin crew, as part of pre-flight preparation and duty, attends a pre-flight briefing in which cabin crew are assigned their working positions for the upcoming flight. The crew are also informed of any specific flight details with regard to any passengers with any special requirements, passengers traveling with infants, passengers in wheelchairs or other specific dietary requirements of the passengers. As a pre-flight preparation, the cabin crew is responsible for carrying out the tasks of checking and ensuring the presence of the safety equipment, making sure that the aircraft is clean and tidy, and making sure that they have sufficient food supplies as required on board. The cabin crew must also welcome the passengers as they begin boarding with smile and a suitable greeting. Cabin crew's responsibility also includes directing the passengers to their seats as per seating mentioned in their tickets and ensuring that their luggage is safely stored away in the overhead cabins. On completion of boarding, the cabin crew then demonstrates the emergency procedures whilst the plane is preparing for a takeoff. Cabin crew must also check if all passenger seat belts and galleys are secure prior to the takeoff of the flight. Senior cabin crew is also responsible for operating the exit and emergency doors. They are responsible for safely closing the doors before takeoff and opening the doors after the landing of the flight. In case of the emergencies, the cabin crew are expected to assist the passengers with opening and the emergency exits located at different planes on the aircraft. Cabin crew also from time to time makes announcements on behalf of the captain for the benefit of passengers. Cabin crew is also responsible to answer any questions that the passengers may have with regard to the flight and facilities on board. The flight attendants also serve food and other refreshments during the flight. Cabin crew also sometimes sells duty-free goods on board to the passengers. On landing, the cabin crew ensures that the passengers disembark safely and checks that there is no luggage left in the overhead lockers. Cabin crew also at the end of the flight prepares reports and completes other paperwork relating to their operations in the cabin and stock of the items on board. Cabin crew also provides first aid to the passengers in case of any passenger requires medical attention. In case of emergency landing and evacuations, the cabin crew is responsible to assist the passengers in evacuation procedures. Further, in the case of any emergencies, the cabin crew is responsible for crowd control within the aircraft. In the event when one of the pilots on board is incapacitated and unable to deliver his/her duty, a senior cabin crew is trained to assist the pilot in operating the aircraft. Cabin crew also is trained to take care of any emergency situations such as rejected takeoffs, emergency landings, cardiac arrest and in-flight medical situations, smoke in the cabins, fires, depressurization, on-board bursts and death, dangerous goods and spills in the cabin, emergency evacuations, hijackings, water landings and sea, forest, Arctic and desert survival skills. The cabin crew is also trained and responsible to operate the safety equipments on board in case of an emergency, such as in the cases of slides and where non-self-supporting slides are carried, the use of any associated ropes, life rafts and slide rafts, including the equipment attached to or carried in the raft, life jackets, infant life jackets and flotation of cushions, drop-down oxygen system, first aid oxygen, fire extinguishers, fire axe or crowbar, emergency lights including torches, communication equipment including megaphones, survival packs including their contents, pyrotechnics, actual or representative devices, first aid kits, emergency medical kits, their contents and emergency medical equipments, and other cabin safety equipments or systems wherever applicable. Let us now discuss about the qualifications for commercial airline cabin crew as per the Director General of Civil Aviation. The Director General of Civil Aviation has prescribed minimum qualifications for airline cabin crew, and these qualifications are discussed as follows. In case of age, the minimum age should be of 18 years. In case of education level, the cabin crew must have passed 10+2 examination from a recognized board or a university. Regarding the height of cabin crew, the cabin crew must be able to reach safety equipments and open and close overhead bins in the aircraft from a standing position, and feet firmly placed on floor when seated on the jump seat. Also, every airline states their height and age requirements as per their requirement policies. Medical standards. A cabin crew must undergo a medical examination as per class 2 requirements for air crew at the time of induction. A repeat medical examination shall be carried out at the interval of 2 years up to the age of 40 years, and subsequently medical examination shall be carried out at an interval of 1 year. Regarding the training of the cabin crew must be trained to carry out the above listed functions by any reputed and recognized cabin crew training institute in India. Let us now discuss about the requirements for other cabin crew as per the Director General of Civil Aviation. For senior cabin crew, a cabin crew can become a senior cabin crew when he or she has a total flying experience of 5 years, including 1 year on the aircraft type, and demonstrates good leadership qualities, shall be designated as senior cabin crew after successful completion of the training program. Check cabin crew. A senior cabin crew can become a check cabin crew after completing operating experience of 1 year in this capacity. A check cabin crew will have to undergo a day 1 course on auditing principles, line checks in order to become one. The duty of a check cabin crew includes conducting check flights and other line cabin crew members, senior cabin crew. Conduct surveillance flights on aircrafts. Then the next one is the first aider. A first aider is a cabin crew and is knowledgeable and trained in providing first aid to the passengers in case of any medical emergency once the aircraft is airborne. The medical emergencies may include physiology of the flight including oxygen requirements and hypoxia, medical emergencies in aviation including asthma, choking, heart attacks, stress reactions and allergic reactions, shock, stroke, epilepsy, diabetes, air sickness, hyperventilation, gastrointestinal disturbances, emergency childbirth, practical cardiopulmonary resuscitation by each cabin crew member having regard to the aeroplane environment and using a specifically designed dummy. Basic first aid and survival training include care of the unconsciousness, burns, wounds, and fractures and soft tissue injuries. Travel health and hygiene including the risk of contact with infectious diseases especially when operating into tropical and subtropical areas. Reporting of infectious diseases, protection from infection and avoidance of waterborne and floodborne illness. Training shall include the means to reduce such risks: hygiene on board, death on board, handling of clinical waste and alertness management, physiological effects of fatigue, sleep, physiology, circadian rhythm and time zone changes. The use of appropriate aircraft equipment including first aid kits, emergency medical kits, first aid oxygen and emergency medical equipment. Dear students, let us now summarize what we have discussed in this module. On-board airline staff play as much as an important role as they are on the ground airline staff. For an airline, they act as the brand ambassadors. Passengers make their impression about the airline brand based on the interaction they have with the one on the ground and on-board airline staff. Therefore, it becomes important for an airline to hire the best of personnel with required skills and qualifications for these positions. Also, the airlines invest a considerable amount of time and resource in training the on-board personnel as their jobs are both critical and demanding. The on-board staff is equipped with on-hand training and knowledge to deal with unexpected and unforeseen situations while the aircraft is airborne. Pilots to an airline are no less than assets as their skills are indispensable to the airlines. Operating an aircraft is one of the most stressful and demanding jobs in the world, which requires best of technical knowledge, physical fitness and mental alertness. Therefore, the qualifications and requirements for a pilot selection are most stringent in India and world. On the other hand, the cabin crew is expected to be friendly, approachable and courteous. The cabin crew, whose job is ensuring safety and comfort of the passengers, must be trained to deliver their responsibilities well. The on-board crew must also at all times cooperate and coordinate with one another to ensure safe and smooth operations on board. Teamwork among the cabin staff is an absolute essential requirement that all cabin crew need to have. Without teamwork and cooperation on board the aircraft on a day-to-day basis, it becomes challenging to provide the best services to the passengers. And with these words, I sum up the module. Thank you.